Good morning, my fellow bookos. Today is January 3rd, which means that I have now completed the second day of the January Readathon for my book club. We are tracking pages read and time read, and yesterday I definitely read a little bit more than I had read on my first day. I was a bit unwell on January 1st, and I am now feeling a little bit better. So, yesterday on January 2nd, I read 3 hours and 30 minutes and I read 409 pages. I think it really goes to show just how shitty I was feeling on the first that I read for 2 hours and I read like 160 pages. I flew through the rest of the city of Ember. I read it so quickly, and I was once again reminded that this is a book for children. Hot take, and I'm trying to think of it from the lens of me as a child, but I feel like I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I was going to. I recently reread the Gallagher Girls series as well, and I feel like I had the same feeling for those that I had when I was a kid. This book though, I don't know. I feel like I have some mixed feelings about it. I'll be intrigued to see what people say at book club. I then sat down in the evening and I absolutely flew through this as well. I was sat for the entirety of this book. I gave it 4 stars. Eleanore is an herbalist. She's like a healer. Her mother was as well, but her mother was then towards the end of her life considered a witch, because we all know how the history of religion has impacted women. When Eleanor's mother dies, Eleanor then kind of takes over for a lot of the clients that her mother had, but she doesn't really have the same affinity for healing as her mother did. At least she didn't think that she did. She has a really lovely relationship with her father and her sister and the housekeeper, and they are a cute little unit of a family. And the second that the plague started like tearing through, I was like, oh God. Because at one point, there is the statistic that is said that like 1 in every 3 people that you know will be dying of the plague. And I was like, because she knows like 6 people, which means that at least 2 of the people that she knows is going to die. And they do. And she's swept up in caring for the Pope and Queen Joanna, who is in France at the time. So she ends up being very well connected as a surgeon almost, because she becomes a surgeon's apprentice, which is a pretty big deal. I often struggle with real people being characters in historical fiction, but I think after reading the author's note, the reason why this works so well is because the research was just so immense. And also, like, this is a field that the author understands. I really liked it. This is what my brunch book club is reading, so we will see how they feel about it as well. But I would say that day 2 of the readathon was a success. The next book that I'm going to be reading is called The Magnificent Ruins, and I will most likely start it today. I have a lot of work to do today. I'm meeting a friend for dinner, and we will see. I also need to clean my apartment. So, but thank you guys for watching. Happy reading, and I'll see you tomorrow.